Well, I hope you're doing okay. It is winter weather, so I thought I would wear a hat. My head gets cold this time of year. Hope this doesn't offend anyone. If it does, you'll be okay. I wanted to tell you about Sunday service and hope that you'll come. But first, I want to say thank you to all who made the anniversary Sunday such a wonderful day. There were so many parts moving in it, the meal and the work that went into the meal and those gorgeous pies and all that barbecue and the setup and the time it took to promote. And wasn't it just good to be in a room together, having fellowship, talking, laughing, seated at the same tables? It was a nice day. Thanks to all who've had a history in this church and who have future in this church as we continue to be a non-denominational worship gathering that matters in Sandestin. So Sunday, we're going to look into Matthew 7, and it's going to be just verses 13 and 14. It's a very well-known passage about Jesus talking about entering the narrow gate. And he's talking again about how to follow him. He's talking about the requirements of being sure that our life is lived in the intention of God. What is God's intention for us? How have we missed the mark before? What are the things that can keep us on the right trajectory of moving toward the kingdom of heaven? What we want to reach as our goal and who we want to be as people. He gives us that knowledge. Now, some of our favorite parts of the gospel, we don't need to forget, they are not about a narrowing of the gate. And so there's a little bit we have to think about here. Didn't Jesus talk about the free, wide salvation that is offered in his grace, that everybody, whosoever believeth in him, would not perish but have everlasting life? And yes, that is a fact of the gospel, and it is one of the greatest messages the church preaches, is you are welcomed into the grace of God. Jesus preached and taught about equal love. A narrow gate might sort of remind us of sort of a separation of the sheep and goats in the sense of who can be worthy, who will not be worthy. And he's not saying that at all. The Bible speaks clearly that Jesus loves everyone the same. He spent his time after this great Sermon on the Mount visiting with Samaritans and women and tax collectors and forgiving sinners and visiting with people who were estranged from religion completely. He made it clear that everybody is a part of his love. So that message is not being negated by this narrow gate. Forgiveness. We mess up. And one of the primary messages of Jesus is we can start over. That God himself came into this earth to clear the deck for his children to be completely forgiven and to know that they can start over. And thankfully, that happens every day in our lives. So the narrow gate is not undoing any of the broadness of the grace of God, but it is coming back to his teaching that, hey, there is a way to life. There is a road to follow. There are choices that you make every day to be my disciple. And those need to be intentional, and they're hard, and it requires discipline, and everybody won't do it. You need to separate yourself from the crowd of people that just go along through the widest gate possible without any fuss or muss to themselves. Jesus wants there to be struggle if we are to live the right life. That's the way it is. We make better choices when we are intentional, even when they are hard choices. So come on Sunday, we'll look at Matthew 7, verses 13 through 14, as we continue moving through the Sermon on the Mount. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week, and I do hope to see you, if it's possible, for you to come on Sunday. We'd love to have you.